Billy Lawrence Chevrolet is your home for great deals and real savings on both new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Right now, choose their great selection of GM certified vehicles that come with a 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And their service department has trained technicians that can service and repair your vehicle. Hurry into Billy Lawrence Chevrolet on Highway 431 South. Welcome to the Coach's Corner. Coach Moore, you've got a big smile. I wonder why.
Yeah, it was a good night. It was a good night. There were, everybody on our team got to play, so there were some good things that happened. We took care of business like we needed to, and we were a lot cleaner penalty-wise and those kind of things than we've been. So there was progress made. It wasn't perfect by any means. There were still some issues here and there. We shuffled some guys around in some different spots, just trying to find the best 11 on both sides, and we're getting a little closer. We're making progress each week.
I know that what you're doing this year is completely different than what the team has been through in previous years. It's just another step, the next step. That seems to be some of the issues that this team is having. Part of this team has been, under a different coaching method for several years. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
All we're saying is that this program is expecting more.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. We're trying to take steps forward each week. You can't get too high or too low based on the outcome of the game. They're all important, and the wins are crucial, and the losses hurt a lot. But we're just trying to take steps forward. We're trying to improve. We're just trying to see how good we can be week to week. And our coaches have that approach. Yesterday we spent a lot of time on ourselves. I think it's important when you're halfway through a season to review the first half, not just the game before, because a lot of times you see trends and things offensively, especially, issues here and there. We're trying to self-scout a good bit and see what our tendencies are, and obviously offensively we need to break those tendencies. So we're doing a lot of those things, but again, it's still about Eufaula. It's still about making progress each week. Finding the pieces. We're still learning the kids to a degree. Getting a better idea of where we are. But yeah, it's still about us, and it's still about getting us as good as we can be. And obviously we're doing our homework with other people, but we're trying to focus on ourselves right now.
In this focus, is it primarily offense or defense or both?
Well, I think defensively, you're looking at yourselves and you're looking at personnel and, what you need to fix, but you have to spend a lot of time on your opponent defensively. You have to know what they do, because all different offensive schemes, they vary each week. This one will be a little bit different as well, with Booker T coming in. But offensively, you just need to know about yourselves a lot more. Again, you do your homework. You look at personnel, you look at the defense and what they're giving you, and you try to attack that. But, if you're a good offensive football team and you have a good scheme that you believe in, you have answers built in for your playbook, whatever you get. So again, it's just about how good you can be in those areas. And it's offensively, it's all about skill sets of different kids and trying to fit those pieces together, trying to get the guys the ball in certain ways. And again, we're still moving people around a little bit. Up front, offensively, our offensive line, we moved some guys here and there. We were better Friday night. It was the best we played up front Friday night. We had a new center. Sidney Gardner moved to center for us, and so that seemed to help. But we rotated a bunch of guys through, and we had a lot of kids that played well. I have 17 offensive linemen, and all of them played. So that was good to get those guys in, and because it's different. In practice, you might have a guy that goes out and practices really well, but the game is a little different or a little overwhelming for him. I didn't see a lot of that, so I was excited about what all of our guys did Friday.
When you look, talking about numbers, what percentage of the team played would you estimate? Not specifically, but estimate.
All of them played Friday. Every kid with the Eufaula jersey played in the game Friday night. And that doesn't always happen, but it's nice when it does. And most of them played more than 3 or 4 snaps. A lot of them got 20 snaps or so, which is good. Our starters were about 25 snaps roughly. We shortened the game at the end. We decreased the minutes in the quarters at the end. We played 8-minute quarters because it was the right thing to do. So it cut down on our snaps a little bit. Defensively, we only played 43 total snaps, which is about 20 less than normal. And then offensively, we played, I think, 51 snaps. Again, that's about 10 or 15 off our average. So anyway, we cut the game down, but everybody still got to play.
I like to pass out when I got the video editing done on the game. We had this line about a foot long that was the first half, and the second half was about a third of that.
Yeah. We really shortened the game, but again, it was the right thing to do.
Injuries, you come out of that pretty clean?
Yeah, we were good. We felt good about it. Nothing major. Still waiting to get a few pieces back. 2 of our running backs didn't play Friday. Jawan Wiggum did not play, and Jay Johnson did not play again. And I tell you, looking back yesterday at the film from the first 5 games and seeing Jay, we need Jay back. It's time to get number 1 back on the field. He's an explosive kid, and we really need him back. And I'm more hopeful this week. He did practice some last week, but I'm hopeful he comes back. And again, we have not played with a full deck since, well, even Ben Russell. He was hurt in the Ben Russell game, so probably since Russell County, because we had some issues with Lanier. We had some kids out in that game. So since game 1, we have not played with all of our kids. We're closer to that point. Obviously, this is the time. We have 4 region games in a row. So that's going to be the time. Hopefully we can get fully healthy for this next month, because this is, sets up all the playoff picture as we go through the next month. So again, yeah, I'm real hopeful that we have everybody.
When you look at the fact that injuries can be a problem, and you look at the fact that it's normally starters,
yeah,
that becomes a problem.
Well, you have to have, I hear coaches say that next man up mentality, and if you have a guy hurt, you got to have somebody step in. And fortunately for us, we have some depth in some crucial places. Again, without 2 running backs, a lot of people would be in a world of hurt, but we had 3 other kids step up. Thomas Jackson played really well in the game, and right now he's our leading rusher. He's been our most consistent guy as far as being out there every game and staying healthy and those kind of things. And we had some young kids carry the ball. I was proud to see Jordan Glenn run it. He's a junior. He's been playing a lot of fullback, but he played some running back, and I think he had about 70 yards rushing and a touchdown. So it was encouraging to see some new faces. But again, that's why you have to play. I mean, if you have somebody down, it's the next man up mentality.
One more thing before we get into homecoming week. Before the game, you honored Sarge.
Yeah.
Talk about him. I know that had to mean the world to him.
Yeah, Justin Shelley is known as Sarge here, and he's been, this is his 16th year being our manager, and really he's been here longer than any of the coaches that are currently on staff. And so that is a neat thing. He's been doing it since he was in high school. And Sarge just does a really good job for us, and a lot of people in the community know him, but he really does a lot. And so we thought, my wife Lindsay, she's been kind of the catalyst for a lot of this stuff that's been going on with our teachers and then with Sarge, and so she had a plaque made for him, and so we honored him, and we honored him before the game, and I was really excited to be able to do that and to be a part of it, because he was so thankful, for that, and it was something that he deserved, and it was just a special moment. And I think, people like that need to be recognized. People, sometimes they don't get any credit, those guys that are behind the scenes, so to speak, and, every program has them, and but they need to be recognized, and people need to know what they do. And so that was a special moment. His parents and grandparents were here, and his sister, and so it was a neat moment.
He never calls me after a game. He called me Friday night. He was beaming, yeah. So you had a really happy guy.
Well, he deserved it. Again, that's from his hard work. He deserved every minute of it.
One more thing on the game. One thing I've noticed this year is you seem to be kind of like the old Earl Weaver coach Baltimore Orioles. You go for the 3-run homer. Seems like y'all hit the home run a lot with long runs, big plays. Is that kind of your idea, your theory, or is it just happening that way?
Well, we obviously on Sundays we draw things up. We have things in our playbook that we hope are explosive. And, that's the fun part of it, is trying to take some home run shots. And because when you run the ball as well as we do, I think when I looked at it, I think we're second in 5A in rushing right now. And so we're running the ball really efficiently. You need to be able to get people off of you a little bit, because they'll just all be down there in the box and creeping down and trying to get in there and get extra hats to the run, and because you need to. And so it opens up a lot for us. Justin completed 3 passes. They all went for touchdowns Friday. I tell you what was the only thing that was a little bit discouraging for me is we dropped some balls Friday, and we've got to get that cleaned up. Matter of fact, 3 of them were possible touchdowns. And so Justin could have thrown 6 touchdowns Friday night. And so, we can't miss those opportunities when we get into region play this week, especially in the next few. We're going to have to make those plays. And so we're going to continue to take shots and throw the ball down the field and try to keep people off of us. But yeah, anytime you can get, I call them easy touchdowns. If you can get those easy ones, the tough ones are the ones where you have to go 12 plays and run the ball every play, and your line's tired and you're trying to grind out a touchdown. It's nice to have some cheap ones, and some easy ones. Obviously it raises your point total and those kind of things, and we're able to hit a lot of those Friday night. And so our kids executed all except the drops.
Do you think that this team was prepared for what they faced Friday night? Yeah,
I think so. I mean, there was a little bit of, they went to Dale County and lost, last year, and I think a lot of them, needed this game. I think it was a big game for them, and we had a great week of practice. We prepared well, and, our coaches, you just wouldn't believe how much, and it's not me, those guys do in a week to get our kids prepared, and how much time they spend watching film and making scouting reports and bringing kids in early. And our preparation's good. I never felt like, even the Ben Russell game, I felt like we were prepared. We just didn't execute. We didn't play well. And but every game we've been prepared for what we get.
Eufaula Board of Trade, where you'll find the best value in our 3,600 square feet of uncluttered air-conditioned space. Eufaula Board of Trade, wonderful treasures that now have a second chance at 327 East Barber Street, featuring antiques, baby items, furniture that needs a new home, jewelry, collectibles, and books, plus much, much more. Open 7 days a week. Eufaula Board of Trade, 327 East Barber Street, where value and quality go hand in hand.
When you look at the game coming up, and it's homecoming, on the way here this morning, I saw a lot of white stuff hanging from trees. First of all, I understand that the police department is going to be watching this facility really close this week.
Yeah, there are a lot of distractions with homecoming. And it's not, I'm trying to say this in the right way. Homecoming is not for the players. It's the community. It's for the ex-players. It's for the girls, and it's for, it's just, there are a lot of distractions in homecoming. Now we're proud that people come and watch us play. There's no doubt, and we hope for a big crowd. And there's a lot to managing that. That was one of the things I talked with the coaches about, and they know, our kids don't need to be out late rolling yards and those kind of things. We need to play football this week because it's a region opponent. That was my biggest fear about making this game homecoming, is I knew that Booker T was a much improved program, and they are. Those distractions sometimes bother you. I mean, our seniors on Friday will be at all the schools throughout the community giving pep rallies, and so they won't even be in a normal routine, and that worries me. I'm not in a normal routine. There are things I do on Friday that to get myself ready for the game as well, and I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm hopeful with a senior-laden group that we can overcome the distractions, but it is a little troubling to have so many, but again, it's a huge thing for our community, and I'm excited. All our kids are really excited about it too.
One of the things that I don't know if you have any idea about a tradition here or not, but on the way to the school out of the historic district, when you hit the first bridge, there's a body of water, stream, and there's a little island out in the middle. You know what the name of the island is?
No idea.
Tiger Island.
Okay.
It gets decorated every
that's cool.
home coach.
That's the first I've heard of it. That's neat.
It's called Tiger Island, and I guarantee you, unless something unusual happens, it will be decorated up.
That's
and it
neat.
will. Now, I'm not just talking about with tea paper. I'm talking about signs, everything.
Well, that's great.
And Tiger Island is one heck of a tradition. Now, we want to remind people that if they're going out there to Tiger Island, please be safe. That is an open body of water in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's something every year, so we'll see if the tradition continues.
Well, that's neat. That's a neat thing that they're doing. I know they're doing a lot in downtown, and we're having a parade Thursday, and there's a lot to it. And so again, it's a big day. My son's at the Early Childhood Center, and he's excited. We're having a pep rally there, and so there's a lot of those kind of things. It is great for our community.
When you look at, well, let's talk about the parade. It's on Thursday. What time?
I'm not sure yet. The details haven't been worked out for the parade, and there's a possibility of a bonfire after. So again, those are still being worked out.
When they are, would you let us know so we can publicize it?
I will.
Because we're going to do that, and we're going to videotape the parade for playback.
Right.
So I'll guarantee that we'll do that. Other activities this week. The bonfire, is that possibility going to replace the pep rally, or will it be?
They'll still be. It will have the parade, the possibility of the bonfire afterwards. Again, I haven't heard. I do so little with that kind of stuff. I just don't do that. That's mostly Ashley Washington and Meg Herring and the cheerleaders and those kind of. That's the planning of Mr. Hawkins. But and then Friday, we'll have a regular day. So again, we're doing our pep rallies, and then we'll have our regular pep rally schedule here at the school as well. So be a lot going on.
Be a lot going on this week, and a lot of cleanup after it's all over with.
No doubt about it.
You're expecting a big crowd Friday night. You want to have a big crowd.
Yeah, I think so. And if we can play well Friday with a big crowd, then hopefully when Greenville comes in a couple weeks after, we'll have another big one because there'll be a lot of region implications based on that game. And but again, we got a lot of work left before all that stuff. But I hope there's a big crowd this Friday.
One of the things about it, Booker T travels pretty good. They have a big crowd that follows them.
Yeah, and they have a lot to be proud of. I mean, this is. They played right there with Lanier. They're right there. I mean, very similar in athletes, and they're very, very talented. It's one of those deals where if they get hot, and they've got some receivers and a running back that can go, and I think they've returned in the 3 games that I've seen of film on them, they've returned 3 kicks for touchdowns, whether it's a punt or a kick return. So that's scary. That just shows you the athletes they have. And again, their coaching staff's doing a good job of being organized, and they're big, man. They're big up front, really, really big up front. And they bring in, they average about 270 up front. Bring in a tight end that's 270. So they're a powerful group. It's a little bit unique. We haven't seen a lot of that true line up and run it at you, but they can do a lot. And again, with athletes, it's always scary.
Do you happen to know if the band is going to be coming?
I don't know. I think so. I hope so. They're always. I hear a lot of good things about their band, and I'm hopeful that they come.
Okay.
Well, I was going to ask you about this. Isn't as they say, your father's Booker T? Is that they're much improved?
They really are. I mean, I think they're about 500, maybe 3-3, 2-4, maybe around there.
Very competitive against good teams.
Yeah, I mean Lanier went there and they won by a touchdown, and Lanier had to return a punt to beat them. So they right there again. This is not. In the old days, I'm from the Valley area, and Valley has always played Booker T, and it was always a big win for Valley. And then I saw over the years that game kind of getting a little closer and closer, and that's where we are now, where they're playing with Lanier and those guys, and. They were able to score some touchdowns on Greenville early in the game, so that worries me. They threw a little double pass, and again, they're just getting their athletes out in space and giving them a chance to make plays. And but no, it's really not the same. And defensively, the hard thing is they're a pressure team. They're going to bring a lot of pressure at us and play a lot of man coverage. And that's what you're going to get, but you got to be able to beat it. I mean, they match you athlete for athlete. and dare you to run the football at them, and because they got all the guys down in the box. And so it's going to be a challenge for us up front now, because again, they're big up front. They got a big defensive end that's a good player. I don't know if he's a college player, but he looks like it. And so it's just another week of playing good athletes for us.
Go ahead. You got any more?
Nope.
Well, I'll tell you what, the game is always guaranteed to be a good one. Mm-hmm. And it's one that the people hearing you follow look forward to, and they would prefer to win,
yeah.
as usual. I imagine that in the parade coming up, there's going to be the big Tiger truck out front.
Yep, definitely have the Tiger truck. Billy Lawrence Chevrolet hooked us up with that, so we need that in the parade as well.
It's going to be nice to see. A lot of activities going on this week. Mm-hmm. If the people are listening and watching and they say, I wonder what all these activities are, they can go to the website for Eufaula High School. Mm-hmm. And that's easy to find. You can just Google it and get to it, and there's a calendar of all the events that'll be taking place. Game time Friday night.
Same
7.
And again, the halftime will be the big deal for a lot of people. With the girls and the homecoming court, and that part of it's always neat. I like to see them dressed real nice and their folks out with them. I think I don't have a little girl, but that would be a real point of pride for me as a dad. To have that. If that were the case, I know it's really important to the families.
Well, I know that it's a big to do. It always is. Is there anything before the game that you know of?
No, it's normal. We're trying to limit those distractions as much as we can and keep that stuff down, because ultimately we got to win a football game. We got to win a region game against a good opponent, and so again, it's just another week to be able to improve, and we'll just see if we've gotten better over the week of practice. I sure hope so.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed this year that has been better than any time since I've been here is at the first of the game, when the band comes out before the start of the game and does their little performance right there. They are great.
Yeah, our band, Cliff Washburn does a great job with our band. Our kids are good. I'm hoping that it continues to grow. I think the numbers are up a little bit this year. And because a big band, I love a big band, and that what they've, some of the different, leaders in the band and the drum major and everybody, they've come up to me and asked when to play. It's kind of been unique, and so I'm trying to get them to play at certain times, especially when the opponent has the ball. Mm-hmm. They need to be playing. Because it's so hard when we go to places and their band plays. Benjamin Russell did it to us. We can't hear anything. And so they've been doing that, and it's been cool working with them, and they're understanding those kind of things, because they are such a huge part of the game. They probably don't know that, but they really are. And defensively, they get us going, and I always tell them, offensively now, slow down a little bit so we can hear, and then once we make a first down or whatever, hit it. And it's just been cool working with them.
And let's say this, they may not be the biggest band around, but they are nice and loud.
They are. They do a great job.
And they play great. I'm amazed that when I go to their concerts, like around Christmas and at the end of the year, this band sounds like it's a college band.
Well, that's a testament to Cliff. And
it really is.
It is.
He's got a great program, and I have a lot of admiration for him.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of things happening this week. Be sure and check the Eufaula High School website if you're listening in to find out all these activities and times and everything else. And if they want somebody to really find them information, call Mitzi Clayton at the office. She knows
she's got it under control. She
has it under control. But we'd like to say how much we appreciate the fans coming out to this point. And just remember, this is homecoming.
That's right.
Be here.
That's right.
And in the saying of some people around town, be here or be square.
That's right. That's right.
But I'll tell you, Coach, I look forward to Friday night's game. I look forward to the performance of the team, because it's getting better every week.
It is.
And they need to know that. But only one thing left to say. Thank you, Coach Moore, here at the Coach's Corner, and go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Ladies, unlock the cash value in your jewelry box. Sell your gold on Dale Road. We buy gold jewelry, bent or broken, at Eufaula Flea Market, 354 Dale Road.
Sell your gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road. Mr. Pond buys gold on Dale Road. Mr. Pond buys gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road.